Everyone in this room knows a woman, whether they are a woman, they were birthed by one, they're friends with one, dating one, have a sister, cousin, niece, nephew, niece, aunt, grandmother, any coworker of the female, or whatever. This epidemic that's been going on with Texas is really going to influence the rest of the country. And by influence, I mean this will influence the whole country as a whole and what they can do as an individual state. When it comes to Texas, if they do pass a law like this, it could cause, I shouldn't say will, it could cause the other states that are on that same level of traditional values, as they like to call it, could also do the same thing. As the United States, what they could do, our judicial system cannot pass it unless it is because it goes against our basic human rights, which goes with Roe versus Wade. I'm all over the place. Every person in this room knows a woman, whether they be their own mother, their wife, their sister, their cousin, their niece, their aunt, grandmother, friend, or coworker. Everybody knows a woman. And what a woman means is to have basic rights, just like a man or like any other person on this planet. What Texas is trying to do is take away a basic human right, not only for a woman, but just for being a human being. In Texas right now, they are trying to approve a law that has to do with abortion. And this abortion law requires, is stating that women cannot have an abortion it is illegal for them to have an abortion unless it is medical. Everyone in this room knows a woman, whether that be a coworker, a sister, a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, a grandmother, an aunt, a niece. And this sort of issue reflects everybody, not just women, but also men. And I think that is a big thing that a lot of people need to understand when it comes to talking about the Texas Heartbeat Act. And what is the Texas Heartbeat Act, you might ask? Well, this is a new law that's been passed in Texas by their legislature. In May, it was introduced, and September 1st, it was effective. It states that any cardiac activity present in the embryo prevents women from getting abortions. According to doctors, women don't show signs of pregnancy, and they don't know they're pregnant until about 4 weeks. They can know at 2 weeks, but some don't even track their periods that well. So what the law allows these women to do is they have 2 weeks to find out if they're pregnant, confirm it on a test, and then decide before that 4-week deadline. And like I said, again, a lot of women don't know they're even pregnant when they are pregnant. Some people can go months without knowing they're pregnant. So this is a basic violation of human rights of people trying to control other people's bodies when they don't need to be doing that. It feels like they're regressing in time, and it's causing a sense of control. And they think they're trying to help. This government thinks that they're trying to help people by preventing, less unwanted babies and less teen pregnancies, but it's really backfiring in the wrong way. The state of Texas is a Southern lifestyle. They're in the deep South. So they're very based on old-fashioned principles, most of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them are Republican. And when it comes to being Republican, a lot of them do reflect those traditional values, such as being married before having children, being married to having a marriage between a man and a woman, having kids, starting a life. A lot of people do not believe in that. And this is affecting not only the women in Texas, but the other states surrounding them. So what Texas, no, so when this goes against basic human rights, this is in violation of the one court case called Roe versus Wade, which had to do with personal privacy protected by the First, Fourth, Fifth, and Ninth Amendments. And this whole law itself goes against those basic rights that we have, not only as women, but as human rights. The judicial system of our country finds that they can block all of this. If they do not block it and let just the one state do it, it does give pretty much permission, without actually saying it, it could give people permission to do what they want in their own states and their own legislation. What this means is that a lot of places can make their own laws, which isn't always good. When it comes to a person's rights, they shouldn't have to go outside of a state to get a procedure done just because their state is against it. You can't have that. So the way the judicial system is taking care of this is just by blocking the act itself and saying it is against our rights. It is against a lot of human rights. In Texas, a lot of the doctors are divided, which is surprising because most of them go under traditional values and some of them like to follow the medicine base. Texas argued the only way to change is to wait for a doctor to be sued. So that was from the Washington Post, and they believe Texas is very firm in believing that if things continue the way that they're going, nothing's going to change unless a doctor gets sued for doing an abortion that the woman said that it didn't want, and they're causing issues.